Hi and welcome to my channel. It's Edsella coming to you with a happy accident that happened a couple of days ago, and I've been experimenting with it, and it's no gluing whatsoever. And if you've just got your printer paper or any paper whatsoever, this is actually a paper placemat, and I used it in my experiment the other day showing how to do it. But I thought I'd come along, and I'm having so much fun at doing this. I printed out some basically little expressions and words and so forth, and I'll just put them on there so you can see them. And it was just printer paper, and after giving it the treatment that I'm about to show you, they are so sturdy. You know, it's like it's cardstock. So, you know, you can back that on a bit of card for a tag for ephemera in your junk journals. So I'll just move that over there. And I also made, I'll put this up here so you can actually see them, some stamps. Now, these are my grandson's scissors and I've snatched them, so he's not getting them back. And these are all just little faux stamps that I've created. Now you can see the backing on that. Now you'll notice this particular set of flowers, you find them on the internet. Now they're free to download, they're free royalty, so you have no troubles with printing them off, you know, making them larger prints. I did have a larger print that I found and then realised it was on one of the stamps. I'll just bring that up to you. I'm not quite sure if I'm in frame. That particular one I printed out and then realised when I was cutting the stamps out that, oh, same thing. So you just get a stamp frame. You know, you can download just a clip art JPEG stamp shape, and you know, then you can actually put the pictures in them, shrink them down, put your own pictures in them and make your own stamps. And they're quite sturdy, and this is just printer paper, so I will eventually copy dye them, or, you know, distress the edges. So, but you know, I thought what a perfect thing to do. So I've kept that on the sheet there just to show you. Now you can write on the back, put a little, you know, note on the back, and you know, and it's strong and sturdy, you know. So I'm going to demonstrate. I think I've forgotten to turn the iron on. Now all I'm using is just, this is just an old dish rack mat, and it's just had that so much use out of it, and I'm grateful for it because it's been really good. No towels on the kitchen bench, so I'm doing this on the kitchen bench. So that's the backing, and you know, it was really flimsy, so you know, that was what I demonstrated on the video prior to this. This is the one that I've been doing this morning, and then cutting out all the little stamps. Now there is very light serrated edging around there. You can use as a guide when you're cutting out, so, or you can just cut them out straight and then put them on a frame of some sort. So the iron's hot enough, so what I'll do, and this is just baking paper, and I just use it so the iron will glide over it and it doesn't stick. Now the magic, so before I go on to the magic, a lot of people were demonstrating how to apply napkins to cardstock and paper, you know, using the plastic bags that we used to get in our shopping, and then it was also the cling wrap. I'll just get the cling wrap. That's foil. I just seen the word glad and grabbed it. Now, it's called Saran wrap in America. I'm not quite sure what they call it in the UK, but in Australia it's cling wrap. And what people were doing was, say for example they had their bit of cardstock, they would put the cling wrap and then a paper napkin, and then they would put this on and iron it. And what it would do, it would melt the, just imagine that's the paper tissue. I don't have one. Oh yes, I do. Okay. So say for example we wanted this on cardstock without the gluing, the messy gluing, because sometimes gluing is not very effective when you know, sort of doing very delicate things like this. And then they would iron it. So what it would do would melt the plastic on the back of the napkin or whatever other, you know, paper that you're using, tissue paper, and it would actually melt the plastic to the backing. So doing some research, because I was getting a smell, and the smell of burning plastic, and that's dangerous to our lungs. And you know, if you can smell it, it's already in your lungs. So I was quite concerned, especially using plastic bags, you know, the shopping bags that we used to get. And so the happy accident came about when I was creating, I'll just grab it for you. It's in another video, so I'll put the link down to that particular video. So it was just it was a challenge to make something just for the sake of it, you know. And we had to come up and make like a little mini, I'll move that out of the way. We don't need that anymore. It goes over there. And it was just a little baggie with the gussets, and you find them at your bottle shop, you know, that you put your bottles in, and it did have the serrated edge on one side, and I didn't want to waste my petrol going down just to get a bag, so I created my own bag out of some craft paper. And you can get this at any store, and I'll show you a particular type to actually get for this to work. So anyway, so there comes this. I cut it down. I actually use the Saran wrap, the Glad wrap, to adhere my napkin on. And I thought, why am I doing this when I know the dangers? So it was my first and my last time ever using Saran wrap. But when I went to sort of open it up to make the pockets, I went, oh wow. It was sealed, and I couldn't figure out why. So I went ahead and made a pocket there, and I will make another pocket there because there's no pockets on the side anymore. So when I actually looked at this particular product, I coffee dyed one side and left the other side clean to put the napkin on. I noticed that it had a shiny side to it. Not quite sure. Now, upon research, this is craft wrapping paper. It's strong, it's sturdy, it has difficulty trying to rip, and it's eco-friendly, and it decomposes. What's that word? It's got a composting element to it, and this is eco-friendly. I'm not sure what it's called. It does have a name, but it's eco-friendly. It's not toxic. It doesn't have any chemicals to it that can affect our breathing or asthmatics when you're ironing it. So if you can imagine when I made it and then I was ironing it, the two sides glued together and that's how it came about. So I'm going to buy a ton of that because I've been doing lots of different things and it makes it a bit more sturdier. So that was one experiment. These are today's play around. And I don't have a piece. Oh, actually, I'll show you how. Okay, you can think how flimsy that is. And then it's not that flimsy. And they're quite sturdy. You know, and you can, you know, coffee stain that or do whatever you like on it. So I'm in the process of cutting these ones out. So this is a free download. So what I'm going to do is show you how easy and effective it is. So you just keep the shiny side up. I just use that for the iron to glide over. And if possible, share it around, because there's so many people out there, you know, using the Saran wrap and the Glad wrap, you know, because it was a new technique. I think it's been around for a while, but it wasn't taken on board very much, and with the explosion of junk journals, everybody's now doing it. And it, you know, with this COVID-19, you know, with the difficulties with the breathing, I'd hate to have somebody use that particular method who's maybe got COVID-19, unaware of it, showing very slight symptoms, and then starts using the plastic to melt paper together. You know, I was kicking myself when I did that. You know, I shouldn't have, because I went through throat cancer, so I'm very sensitive to smells. So, you know, I didn't want to be breathing that in, and that's why I'm kicking myself, because I should not have done it. So this is eco-friendly. Now, this product was bought in Kmart in Australia. Now, if you're interested, maybe look up the Kmart craft wrapping paper. I believe post offices use it for wrapping as well. And just have a look and see the properties in it to see if you can get it in your own country. So what I'm going to do, I mean, you can coffee dye that prior, but I'll do it later. I'll just use some oxide inks, distress inks. What's the difference between distress ink and oxide ink? I have no idea. So, shiny side up. So you know how flimsy printer paper is, and that's just a sheet printer paper. I think it was in Kmart as well. I think $3.99 for 500 sheets, so that shows you the quality. So the iron should be hot enough now, and it doesn't take that long. There's no smell. You may get a slight smell from ironing the baking paper, but when you think, you know, when you put it, wrapping around things and putting it in the oven, if it was dangerous to your health, you know, you wouldn't be able to buy the baking paper. So I'm just going to take that off and show you a couple of seconds. Now you'll see it, you know, the ends, because I didn't concentrate on the ends, but you'll see how it is, you know, so, you know. And also I've got a challenge coming up, hitting 100 subbies, and while it's only a small amount, you know, I'd like to get my channel out there, because I've got a lot of innovative ideas, you know, just for people who are starting out. Okay, and that's beeping. I did have a channel previously, and I won't go into details and bore you with it, but I totally removed it from there. There is two actually on there. One was the second try and attempt at it, and then I found junk journals, and then I started the third one up, but I don't know how to get rid of the second one. So it's the one that's nearing 100 subbies if you're interested in checking it out. But please share this video, and you know, try and get people to stop using plastic. You know, it's dangerous. If you look at the composition of what cling wrap and Saran wrap is made from, you'll realise it's not very good. You know, even the one that you can put in the microwave, you know, that smell and that toxic can go into your food. So be very wary. So, you know, I just do hope that you do share this video out. So we'll just move that out of the way. Okay. Now you can, I'll do it quickly, just give it a, you know, if you want to get it totally flat. So you can see it's really sturdy. I'm just going to cut these out just quickly so you can sort of, I should have kept a bit of printer paper. They'll get cut out properly eventually. I'm just using this for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to be doing everything with this stuff. Everything with this stuff. So, you know, and then you can just journal on the back. You know, so, you know, you've got your craft colour on the back, and you can create your lines. I don't know if you're familiar with it. There's a technique that I used to use just with an old wooden ruler, and you just put your distressing oxide inks along the edge and then just sort of press it along if you don't have those line stamps, those memo stamps. So that's it for me. You know, just go along and check to see if you can come across this product, and yeah, share the video out and remove the dangers of people crafting with Saran wrap and Glad wrap, because it's no good. So till then, take care, God bless, and stay safe, and thank you for taking the time for watching. And you know, if this has been beneficial to you, please like, subscribe, share, press the notification button, and you know, sort of, yeah, get notified of any up and coming videos. It's about frugal crafting, my channel. So it's all innovative ways to create crafts when you don't have many supplies. So till then, take care. Thank you for watching.